Hey, how's it, Cowboy Buzz here? How you doing? So the stage is set, and all that. We played the Buccaneers Monday Night Football and everything. But I wanted to talk about something because I seen all over sports media or social media and all that, and all that. I don't really watch sports media anymore. Somebody sends me a clip and it piques my interest. I'll watch it. Um, but you're hearing it all already. you know, because the way we perform, even though people say, well, that was the regular season, it's over, it's done with, da da da, move on, and everything like that. Sports, from what I've seen and reading and what people sending around is like, basically, they wrote us off already, Cowboys gonna lose and all that kind of stuff. I'll get to the Buccaneers game, but I wanted to talk about what I'm hearing right now. Any fan that hates the Cowboys is getting their memes ready. They're getting their whatever kind of social media thing that they do now to to find a way to. They have it all ready. They're just waiting to hit send next week when the Cowboys lose and all that. They're ready for hit send and all that kind of stuff. And that's why I want to talk about this and all that. The stage that we have to embark right now. Gonna take you way back, even before my time. Um, in the '60s and '70s, when the Cowboys couldn't win, wasn't winning, hasn't won a championship yet, they started calling the Cowboys next year's champs. They started calling the Cowboys win the big game, and Bob Lilly, if Bob Lilly, Mr. Cowboy, who read an article, and then on the top of the article, the title of the article said "The Bridesmaids of the NFL," which he hates to this day. And to me, yeah, that's to me the most. Cowgirls is one thing, yeah, whatever, cowgirls, whatever. We know we do that to everybody's team, but to actually call us the bridesmaids of the NFL is like getting spit in the eye, slapped in the face, kicked in the nuts, you know, everything. That's the most disrespectful nickname, to call us and all that. But Tom Landry, with all the guys, I can mention every player out there. Um, it's not about knowledge. It's about, you know, is about is about this knowing what the history is. But there's one player I'm gonna mention is Chuck Howley, who should be in the Hall of Fame. They finally broke through, and we won. And you know, there was three Super Bowls that we could have won. We had the chances to win. If the Blunder Bowl, you know, the two games against the Steelers, catch here or something bounce our way this way. Lynn Swan making that absolute, one of the greatest catches of all time. So we broke through and we went to five Super Bowls in the '70s, and then we had one of the most dominating defensive performances, in that, and then then a guy that makes NFL films, he calls us the America's team, and Tex Schramm adopts it, and as the Cowboys started tailing off, then the hater, then all that doubt, all the hatred started coming back up. You guys not America's team. America's team is dead. That Tom Landry has passed by, and when Jerry Jones bought the team, it made it even worse when one of the most loved coaches out there. I mean, as far as the Cowboys goes, you know they absolutely hated it, and then the critics started coming in, left and right. Uh, what he did to Tom Landry was wrong and all that. And it is what it is. And then they brought, which I liked, was because I'm American, Miami Hurricanes fan. They brought in Jimmy Johnson, and everybody's like, a college coach, really? A freaking college coach? You bring in your college buddy. This is not a buddy buddy system. This is not a fraternity and all that. You heard it all. And then when they traded Herschel Walker, it even made it worse than all that. It's like, man, these guys don't know what they're doing. they think that this is their own little personal fun thing and all that. They like the attention, da 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 da. And like two big babies trying to get attention and all that. The beast, the NFL, the NFC East was the beast of the NFL. Like there's no way they're gonna overcome that. And we started beating them. And then it was like, oh, they're too young. They too this, they too that. You know, there's no way they're gonna beat the 49ers, who's the 49ers was like the class of the NFL at that time. And then we ended up beating them, and we got 3 Super Bowls out of that. And then the Jerry Jones things coming up, you know. Jerry Jones is a Jerry Jones. This wants ratings and wants attention more than winning. Cowboy players is just entitled and all that. The Cowboy fans is just delusional, all that. And then it came so bad, then it started being talked about this about the Cowboys. You know, are you still them boys? Every time we lose, Cowboys do cowboy things, and probably the most disrespectful one right now, an accident waiting to happen. All that we built up, you know, all those things that we built up, again, is being questioned. And you know, and you know, even Cowboy fans are starting to question it and all that. You know, they have their low moments and all that. You know, but the stage is set. Here we go. We never beat Brady. We got him on a stage right now, a playoff stage, on a Monday Night Football game. We haven't beaten him. You know, whether he's a Patriots uniform or a Buccaneers uniform. We got an opportunity to go at it with him. And we got a chance right now. Everybody doubts that we're going to win it because they just assume that, which is rightfully so. I mean, they have reason to have confidence that Brady, Brady will find a way and all that kind of stuff. And then but then look at all the opponents. I mean, besides the Packers not being in there, I mean, you look at all the opponents. There's a history. There's a down moment ever since 1995. Ever since we had like you can put every down moment. You know, to some fans, it's the most hurtful moments. You know, if like let's say the Seahawks, for example. You know, I know we beat them in 2018, but one of the worst memories for some Cowboy fans out there. You know, seeing the botch snap, seeing Tony Romo with his head down with the, sitting on the turf and holding his face mask and all that. You know, and that's when was getting called even more. Well, the Cowboys just cannot win big. Cowboys just choke in the biggest moments. You know, and yeah, so that's another thing. Like you see in there, you look at the Vikings. The last time we played them in the playoffs, I know we had a good game, but that's regular season. But the last time we played them in the playoffs, to me, I say that was Brett Favre's Super Bowl because he never did beat us in the playoffs before, and we was flying high. We dominated the Eagles that year in the playoffs, and he did, and Brett Favre and the Vikings just absolutely destroyed us. And that's the last time we ever played them in the playoffs. And then you go to the Giants. I mean, I don't think they're as talented as far as talent wise goes as that Giants in 2007, but we had the number one seed. We had the home field advantage and all that. But the thing is similar about that team and is like this Giants team is like a fighting team that they won't stop. They won't fight. They're not gonna give up without a fight. You're gonna have to kill them to I mean, I know I kind of getting out there with that, but you're gonna have to kill them to beat them and all that kind of stuff. That's the only way you're winning. And and the Giants fans are loving it right now with that attitude, and then we heard the mockery out of that one, chokes. We choked it again, we choked it again, and then and then the getting made fun of after the game, You know, every time a quarterback cowboy that plays for, a cowboy quarterback that plays and they mess up, that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. And all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's another thing that has been wrong for us for a lot of years. You look at the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles. Every time the Eagles used to say something, they'll say, "Oh, the Cowboys haven't won in this much years," and then we'll have the most funniest laugh, and we'll just say, "Hey, have you guys won anything since the Super Bowl era? 51 years? You guys talking about 20 years or 19 years or whatever it was? You know, it took you guys 52 years. I mean, at that time we were saying 52 years. You guys never win jack. And here we go, 2017. Zeke is suspended. It is what it is. But look at the Eagles, what they did. All those injuries, and they found a way to win, and all that. And then all of a sudden, then it's like, yeah, you guys got VHS. You guys and all that wrong is facing us right now. And then it comes into this season. Oh, the only reason why you beat us because we play you guys have to play against our backup quarterback. And then all of a sudden, it gets vice versa and all that. And we got a chance, and the Eagles right now they definitely look like the best team in the NFC. But they could be possibly looking like the best team in the NFL. So we might have, there's another breakthrough right now. Like a lot of people don't think we can beat them and everything. And finally with the 49ers. How many big NFC championships did we face against them or in the playoffs? Remember the comeback, Roger Staubach did, that huge comeback that was at that time was one of the greatest playoff comebacks of all time. Then you got the catch. Then you got the three NFC championship war. Us speaking, and that's to me still the most hurtful loss because I thought we were the better team. I felt that we had a better team. We gave them a silver platter, 3 turnovers and all that. If they threw the kitchen sink at us, and I feel like I was like, man, we had our chances. We had our chances to win the game. But the funny thing, I was thinking about it I was thinking about it yesterday, especially about the 49ers. We haven't beaten them in the playoffs since last year. Cowboys was coming with a lot of hype. Oh, all those defensive touchdowns, all those interceptions, all those sacks by a rookie, all the points that we was putting up left and right. Man, they manhandled us. They came out with the boom boxes and they just straight up manhandled us. And whether you hate the referee or not, we was left standing with what was that? And everything is in front of us right now. All that hate, all the doubts, all the doubters, everything. We have all that in front of us right now. The 70s Cowboys did it. Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones. They, with all the players that we had, they broke through. Man, that's why I'm wearing this shirt right now. Who you with, bruh? I'm with the Cowboys, and I want to see this team. I want to see, and then you cannot write a better storyline right now in Hollywood to see what the Cowboys gonna have to do to win in this playoffs and all that. So yeah. Anyway, that's my video. Mahalo for watching. Paniolo boys. Who you with? You know who I'm with. I'm with the Dallas Cowboys.